Okay, here we are, game two of our three-game set, which kind of gives you, I guess, the foreshadowing that we win this game since we're going to three. But Brian and I lost the first game, if you watched the previous video, so trying to make a comeback on this one. And it looks like Moses will lead us off with the serve. Maybe. All right. Getting impatient. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, a little bit of a short return, but at least it was low by Brian. Trying to keep it at their feet. Lob. Oh, good lob from Moses. Good get from Brian. But yeah, that was good. It's a good first point. Smart lob from Moses. Earned them the point ultimately. All right, well, they're up 1-0. I've been working on my two-way backhand return. That. Okay. All right, Moses, this is just for you. We're going to talk about this. All right, we get to the line. Okay, here we go. There's my dink. And you're speeding up cross court with the backhand right to my forehand. So I think that's an ill-advised speed up. I think keep in the dinking game longer. Wait for something you can speed up out of the air, or if you're going to speed up off the bounce, you're better off doing it down the line at Brian to his right hip, probably, to chicken wing him. But cross court, to me, I have too much time to react, and it's right on my forehand too. So I know we talk about that a lot, but I think there is something to it. You'll get away with it sometimes, for sure. At lower levels, certainly will. Higher levels, I think you're going to get punished even more so than what I'm able to do. All right, Brian being patient, working his way up. I like it. Our goal is to get to the kitchen line and neutralize the point, and then see who can win the battle at the line. And we won that one. Good patience. Brian started off with doing a third, a fifth, and maybe a seventh reset to get to the line and or drop. Speaking of drops, that was a little high from Brian. We talk about better to miss high than low, but that was pretty high. It's pretty hard to recover from that. It happens. Okay. Let's see if we can get a point here. Another high one. All right, but we lived it. That was almost a high one by me. I was able to land it in the kitchen. All right, so I think Brian and I do a good job in transition of hitting resets and earning our way to the kitchen line. Okay, decent drop. One in the middle. Nice. I love the step in from Brian there. Love it. Get aggressive. Squeeze that middle. Tipping drive by me was good. Good get from Moses, though. Nice step in from Brian again. Brian's playing big in this game. In the middle. I like it. Let's get big. Come on. Step in. Here we go. We're at the line. Unlucky. I don't dislike my speed up there. I think it set up Brian pretty well. I just missed it. Maybe be a little. Let's go back. Let's see if Brian was ready for that counter on my speed up. So working our way up. We're there. Speed up off the bounce. So Brian was sitting backhand, which I think is the right thing to do to cover middle. It went to his forehand. I think what I would say that cost him a little bit is he sort of dropped his paddle to then bring it back up. See? So he kind of went down and back up. If he goes straight across to where the ball is going to be, I think he's more on it. And just hit it off the end of the paddle, you can tell. I think it was just off the end. Anyway, Nitpicky there. But yeah, I think it was a good speed up by me. Chicken winged him. Julio just spotted it off well. All right. Good step in from Julio. I think it was the right thing for him to do. I left it a little slightly high, but luckily not so high that it was an easy put away. Net won that. Short return by me. I would have punted. I think Moses should have hit a drive there instead of a drop. Good. Yeah, I like that. I like what I did there by pushing him wide there. See, now he's out of position, right? So again, I think in this spot, talked about this in the previous one, Moses's best bet is to reset that to the middle. Just a defensive dink back to the middle. I think he tried too hard to go back cross court, which caused a pop-up. And I'm leaning in, waiting for that exact thing to happen, hoping that's what he's going to do. And yeah, it was really high. So made it easy for me to put that away. So again, reset to the middle when you're out of position. Good deep serve. Good return from Julio. Forced me to, those low returns sometimes are tough because you got to get under the ball to get over the net. But then if you get too much under it, it's a pop up, and that's what I did. I popped it up. Good attack. Oh, lucky. That was lucky. Brian did it good. I think I like that he came into attack. It wasn't the best attack, but it was the right idea. And then fought off the counter from Moses. All right. A little bit of a high reset and a really high reset. Not going to live through that. Tried. I put two hands on it, which I like that to get more stability. It's just, transition game's the hardest part of this game. I don't think you can drill that too much. I feel like I'm above average, and I could still get much better. Just keep drilling it. It was a good drive from Julio that I was able to fight off. I think that was out. Yep. They confirmed it was out. I think we were lucky to get through that point. Good drop from Julio. Nice backhand from Brian. Hit it down low. Got the paddle underneath it. Flicked it a little bit. It's well done. And my deep serve enticed an overly deep return. Man, that was tough. We didn't talk about this, but there was not a lot of room on these baselines. I think it was about 5 feet to the wall, and so my paddle hit the wall several times. It's hard to create space, and Moses just did a really good job of hitting a deep backhand return to me there. All right, pretty even battles so far. Oh, tried to do too much. We talk about it every time. I'm going to say it again. Shrink that court by 10%. I mean, I like that he's going for the corner to my backhand with a drop. That's a great spot to put it, but you gotta, if you're going to miss to my right, basically, not to my left. Ooh. See how I reset it to the middle there? So let's watch that. So this is what I'm talking about. Not to toot my own horn here, but so great cross court aggressive dink from Julio here. I mean, I'm hustling. Like, first of all, I'm hoping that's going out, but I think it's right on the line, perfectly placed. I've got nothing here. If I try to go down the line, I'm going to hit the net. If I try to speed it up, that's really dumb. But a lot of people will do that when they're in this kind of position. They kind of panic, I think, and just feel like, oh, I'm out of position. I better hit it hard to end this point. And that's the wrong thing to do. The best thing to do is just drop it back over the net in between Moses and Julio. So when I say to the middle, I mean the middle of the two players, not necessarily the middle of the court, but the middle of the two players. If I drop it over the net down the line, then it puts Ernie in play, so you don't want to do that. And also, it is the highest part of the net. So where I put it, it kind of neutralized the point, and then gave me time to get back over too. That's the other thing. I need to gain some time here to get back on the dang court. And so you can see me fighting to get back onto the court. And I got enough on the court, and then probably Julio would have been better off. I mean, Moses would have been better off if he's going to hit it hard to go at me, since I'm kind of moving rather than Brian here, because Brian was pretty set, so that enabled him to really, really decide, to not hit it and to let it go out. He does that same shot at me while I'm still moving, I'm probably hitting it because I don't have time to react to decide that it's going to go out. So anyway, a couple of lessons on that one. Come on, computer, let's go. All right. Sorry, it glitches a little bit, I think, when I'm sharing the screen and I'm recording this. Doing the best I can here with what I got. But there's your little pickleball lesson. Good drop from Brian. Working it each side here. It's either stretching me, I'm just going middle. Waiting for the pop-up. Dang, good. Oh, my goodness. Good job, Julio, for fighting those off. That happens. I hit two overheads, they get them back, so then I feel like, well, I better hit it harder. And right in the net. Just got to stay patient. Eventually, you will win the point if you stay patient. I like the move from Brian. That was really well done. Just didn't quite get over the net, but that was the right thing to attack that. To go from defense to offense. I don't know what happened there. I think they paddle clashed. I think that was Moses' ball, his forehand. I think Julio's got to lay off of that one. Ugh, the worst. The worst. Hate the net tricklers. They even out, though. Try not to get too mad about it. Oh. Try to go for a winner. I think I was telling him, keep doing that. Keep doing it. Your chances of making those are probably 10, 20% at best. See, that's where you hit a drive, right down the middle like that. They fought it off really well, though. They both have good hands. We persevered. But yeah, I liked Brian's drive. That was all set up by Brian's drive. Hit it hard, went middle. All right, drive it. There you go. Drive it. Oh, he got what he wanted. He was trying to bake on his shake. Hit a really good drive. Good decision to drive it. And again, we talked about that. When you're mid-court, swinging volleys are just tough. They shouldn't be hard, but they are. All right, I'm being patient as I move up. Nice. There you go. I like it. High drop. Going for a 5th shot drop. Got it. 7th shot drop. And man, I should have dropped it again. I should have done a 9th shot drop. Instead, I did a half-assed swinging volley. That was so slow. It was easy for Moses to attack. Should have just dropped it again. A little bit of a short return. Did that land in? I don't know. I couldn't tell. Nope, it didn't. Landed on their side. Short ass return. Got away with it. Yeah. Whew. Lucked out on that. On most of the time, a short return like that, I'm going to get punished. It's tough, though. I will say, easy to hit short returns in this place. There was, like I said, not much room there. I got caught on that one. I think I was going to run around and hit my forehand. I realized, oop, I don't have time to do that. I better hit backhand, and I was totally out of position. Ooh, almost got Brian. Nice try. Brian needs to be a little careful not crashing middle, but more crash right at Julio. Let's get a little battle going on here. All right, now we're in the dinking game. Who's going to be patient and who's not? Oh, there goes Mo, and let's get speed up. Mo said, I'm not going to dink forever. I'm going to speed it up. And it was a good one. He kept it low. All right, let's get past all this. Okay, here we go. Oh, I thought it was going to go out, and it did not. I think it was still the right call to let that go. It was close. I'm not going to get too upset with myself for letting that go. Good serve to Brian's backhand. Oh, nice. Brian stepped up. He does a good job of that, I think. Brian will... I think I hang back too much, too focused on being set and trying to reset, hit another drop. Brian does a good job of attacking, stepping into it. Sometimes it doesn't work out, it'll hit in the net, but... So I think I need to mix that up more into my game. Should have probably hit a drive there, but not bad. Yeah, I think I should have hit a drive instead of a drop there. It was a short enough return. I could have attacked that. I kind of fall in love with my drops a little bit too much because I'm better at dropping than driving, I think, in general. But my drive's getting better. I just need to trust it more and use it more. That was a good little speed up there. Kind of a little bit of an inside-out speed up by me. Overswing by Moses. Moses would have been better off just blocking that instead of trying to counter attack that. Good shot from Julio there. Reset. I like that. Let's get into this cross-court dink battle. What's going to happen? Boom. Oh! Moses did the cross-court speed up again. I was on it right to my forehand. Hit a good one. Julio did a good job of fighting that off, and I should have. I had the exact same shot again, and I just hit in the net. I think Julio was a little straight-legged there. I mean, it's tough, but it was off the net. But yeah, I think he was running through it, a little straight-legged. Would have been better off stopping and just getting it over the net instead of trying to hit a drive there. Ooh. All right, stayed patient. Another thing that I'm working on is until proven otherwise, just See if you can out-dink them. And then if you realize that, nope, I can't out-dink them, I'm going to have to get more aggressive, then get more aggressive, rather than starting off being aggressive and only dinking once or twice and then speeding up. Just think, all right, I'm going to dink till they miss a dink or they hit something high that I can speed up. And then if they prove to be great dinkers, then okay, then you know. All right, so we pulled out that win. So it's tied 1-1. Let's see if we can win the third game.